guys, it's Miss Annette. I miss you guys and I hope you guys are all doing well. We're going to do Tiny Tap story time starting this week. And the first story I am going to read to you is called The Story of the Lost Sheep. So sit back and I will try and make sure I have everything adjusted nicely so you can see the pictures as I read to you. I hope you enjoy. The Story of the Lost Sheep. A little girl named Alice was content as she could be as she read her Bible storybook underneath a shady tree. That day she chose to read about a sheep that strayed away, a story Jesus chose to tell his followers one day. As she read her book and looked at all the pictures in it, her friend the airmail bird stopped by. He only stayed a minute. The airmail bird gave her a note, then waved his wings goodbye. As Alice read this little note, he flew off in the sky. Reading is the magic key to take you to where you want to be. Her storybook became a screen. The screen grew tall and wide, and Alice took a little walk to Bible land inside. She went back to Jesus' time, and much to her surprise, the story she was reading came to life before her eyes. Alice saw that Jesus was sitting on a rock. The crowd around him quieted, so all could hear him talk. Jesus was a teacher. He was well known far and wide, and everywhere he came to speak, crowds gathered at his side. He welcomed everyone to him, the children and the old. Even thieves and other sinners were welcome to the fold. Why listen to this teacher, called someone in the crowd. He loves thieves and sinners. He shouted very loud. To answer this question, Jesus told this little tale, which shows how God, our shepherd, loves his people without fail. A shepherd tended to his flock outside of Galilee. He saw that they were fed and clean and healthy as could be. Every single morning and before he went to sleep, he counted all 100 of his very precious sheep. But one morning as he counted, he discovered one was missing. There were only 99. The shepherd feared one little sheep all alone might find deep, dark wells, fierce animals, and dangers of all kinds. And so he set out right away to find his little sheep. He searched the rocky hillsides where the crevices were deep. And stuck between two jagged rocks, the shepherd finally found his little sheep had fallen and was lying on the ground. It took a great amount of time and much more energy, but the shepherd kept on working till the sheep was finally free. Because the sheep had hurt its leg when it took its rocky fall, it just kept toppling over and couldn't walk at all. He washed the sheep's wound in a stream that bubbled from the ground, then made a bandage from his robe and wrapped it all around. The little sheep still stumbled, so to keep it out of harm, the shepherd gently carried it nestled in his arms. The shepherd knew that he had come a very long, long way. He wanted to return back home before the end of day. So the shepherd didn't stop to rest. He took no time to eat. He walked and walked in, and in his arms the sheep began to bleat. Bah! He didn't rest until the sheep was back with all the others, bleating and telling his adventure to his sisters and his brothers. And when the stars came out that night, before he went to sleep, the shepherd once more counted all 100 of his sheep. The story Jesus told was done. Alice tiptoed from the scene. She went home by walking through her storybook's big screen. Alice went inside her house. She put her book away and thought about what she learned in Bible land that day. Like the loving shepherd, Jesus counts us one and all. He'll stop to pick us up if we should trip or fall. He'll gather us into his arms. He'll hold us close, and then he'll stay with us and guide us back to God's home again. People are like little sheep. God won't be happy till each and every one of us knows his way and will. And Alice thought how glad I am to be God's little lamb. For the more I know his loving ways, the happier I am. The end. Well, that's it for story time this week. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I will have another story lined up for you next week. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.